oh, where the hell are we? We're a little south of Newcastle, Delaware, between like Newcastle and the Maryland state line on 95. Getting ready to head south here. I'm going to do a little live quick before we get going. I'm going to unload in Columbus. Obviously, right here is my empty trailer. So if I look like I'm looking away from you guys, I'm looking at the screen, but the camera's there. So it's kind of back and forth, back and forth. Anyway, like I said, I'm over here on I-95. We're heading south. Well, this is the rest area that's in the median. Unloaded the Striker. I figured I'd do it live today since I didn't drop a video. New drop coming tomorrow in the morning as usual. That should be the clutch repair. That's the complete job clutch repair from beginning to end. It's not a two-part setup. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and take some questions, do some Q&A, I guess, before we get going. Let me walk over, show you Orwell. We washed it at the shop the other day. Matter of fact, the last time we went live, we washed it. And we hit some snow coming in here to Delaware on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. So it's all salty and nasty again. So there it is. Start answering. We're going to hop in a minute and I'll answer some questions you guys got. But there we are. There's Orwell in all her glory. Try to hold the phone decent for you guys. We're going to head to Columbus. Hey, what's up? What highway are you riding? We're on I-95, a little bit south of Newcastle, Delaware. Ooh, Smokey Bear got him somebody right there. That's how it goes around here, boys and girls. So we're on I-95. That side over there, south. You can see the sign right there. That side southbound. Over here behind me is northbound. So this is the rest area that's in the median. We're going to go. Come on, camera, focus. It's not that hard. We're going to go to Columbus, Ohio, and load up a septic tank truck tomorrow. That's the basic game plan. So there we go. Got the Striker off. Everything good to go. Letting the truck roll them up. I sat here a little bit so I could get something to eat. Took a little nap because I was waiting to see if there was anything closer to pay it a little bit better. But it turned out that septic was the better deal. No brokers involved. That's us direct. So we can hop in and we'll answer some questions. If you guys want to ask me questions or what have you, okay, go for it. Has the situation stopped improved or gotten worse? What do you think? It's terrible. Hang on, I'll go do one-handed. Army Striker? No. That one was Air Force. Although it didn't have the Michelin tires, so I don't know. But it's going to Kuwait. Let me get in.
Hey, you see, which was all the suitcases.
Turn that off. Okay. Oh, that's a terrible spot for the phone. That's not that bad, I guess. What if I flip it this way? You guys upside down? All right, that's a little bit better. Hopefully you guys, hopefully I'm not upside down for you guys. Hello from Barnesville, Ohio. Does your cab over have tilt wheel? Kinda. What it does have, I doubt you can see it. Let me try to show it to you. What it does have is a manner of which the wheel will tilt. Undo this collar here, and the wheel will come to me. The reason for that is to open your dash. You take these screws out, and the dash pivots out. It doesn't give you any room to work. So you simply pivot the thing down. But as far as tilt wheel, like for driver comfort, no, it's a fixed wheel. Hi from Holiday, Florida. Oh, I wish I lived there one of these days. Guys, I'm trying. When you drive the other cab over. I don't. I sold that. That one's going to get a frame job and be repaired. And the new owner's going to do whatever he wants with it. Probably haul dairy tanker, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, it's someone else owns it. We're going to get on that pretty soon, actually. I'm hoping to hear from him pretty soon. His target date of when I wanted me to start the frame was January, February-ish, so give him time to recover after the holidays, because you know how that goes. I'm trying to read here. Glad to finally see a YouTube guy working an old cab over. Been waiting for that for a long time. Yeah, a lot of older truck YouTubers are not truckers. They don't drive the truck, I should say. A lot of them probably are truckers, but they don't drive the truck. They don't work the truck. As far as I know, I'm one of the only ones that do. That also has a lot to do with the company I'm leased on with, that they got the plain English, they got the balls to do it. I don't know why anybody else wouldn't. It's not like the truck was hard to insure. I simply just called the company, told them what I bought, and they put the insurance on the truck like they do any other fleet truck, and that was it. So I don't know why the old thing is you can't insure an old truck. Bullshit. Wait to see any things pop up. Well, I guess I gotta hit the button. I'm not used to this. Last time I had my kid do it. Ever think of getting one of those 3-axle military tractors for heavy hauling? No, not a military truck. No, I have thought about building a 4-axle tractor. I do have a goal in mind for a 4-axle tractor to do heavy stuff, but not and to work that, not to just let it sit. But it'll be a very special truck. Hopefully I can make a few things happen. YouTube keeps doing like it's doing, and work keeps being like it was before I had stopped running for a little bit. I should be able to at least get the tractor part of it pretty soon. I have ideas. I had a tentative deal and that fell through. That was another cab over. What I'm thinking about may not be a cab over. Do you ever drive a car, hauler, truck, and trailer? No. Other than the step deck and what I got now? No. Good evening, big man. All the best from the UK. Thank you much. Hello from Russia. Hello from the States. You should do stand-up. You're carefree. Yeah, but I have to edit my stumbles and stammerings out. Most people don't like my kind of humor. And here in the States, I don't know where you're from, but here in the States, humor can get you in a lot of trouble and get you thrown off. Being funny is politically incorrect now. So would you say it's increasingly difficult to keep the truck running with spare... Why is this arrow there? Get rid of that arrow. There you go. Would you say it's increasingly difficult to keep the truck running with spare parts, assemblies, etc., or the parts still readily available? Caterpillar has everything, and I mean everything available. You can go back to the predecessor to the 3406. I don't know what that model of cat was, but you can get everything for a Caterpillar. Peterbilt side of things, most things, yeah. Some things you can make them, or there's still enough trucks to get them from a boneyard. It's really not incredibly difficult. You do have to think. It's not like you just go to the parts store and, hey, I got a 92 Nissan Altima, you know. You got to work a little bit, but it's not impossible. Hey, FSC, what are your thoughts on the R Model Max? Was thinking of getting one as a project truck. I don't know my Max that well. The R model is like that traditional kind of square nose, big square fenders with the cab in the center, right? I always thought those were badass looking. The Superliner was really a cool ass Mac. R model Mac, when I was a kid, if that's what I'm thinking of, the R model Mac, those were like almost always day cabs. You've seen them with dump truck bodies. You've seen them hauling excavators, low boys. You know, this was a vocational truck, and you still see them around. Garbage trucks, you name it. You still see them around. So they had to have been a tough ass truck. Somebody asked about the R Model Mac and make a rubber duck. If not, yeah, I guess that was an R Model Mac in it. Was that an R Model in Convoy? The black Mac with the sleeper? That was an R Model, right? I don't know my Mac truck. Sorry. I never watched that channel. Indiana Jack. I never watched that channel. Maybe I should. I never did. I've seen a few of them. I've seen Gentry and Sons. I discovered them through Bruce Wilson when he bought the Air Force cab over. And Life Behind the Wheel, I've seen him a few times with that black 389. And then there's that one Swedish chick, Razor Kitten. That's a whole nother trucking, is way different over there. I enjoy that from that side of things. It was an R model, R700. All right, there you go. Yeah, that was a cool looking Mack truck. I'm looking to get into trucking. Would a day cab be a good to start with? No. Reason I say that is if you have a sleeper, even if it's a little one, like a little coffin sleeper, you can do both. If you have a day cab, you can only do one thing, and hotels suck. So, especially finding hotels with truck parking. I do that. Like, I don't have working air conditioning in this truck yet, and I have heat, but I have to idle it to have heat. When it gets real bad, I park the truck, like in the summertime, I park it at hotels, and finding hotel truck parking can be a pain. So, I don't always do that, but like if I'm, like example, the last time I went down to Florida and I had to wait a couple of days to get a load to come back. It was a good paying load, but I had to wait. So I just got a hotel for 2 days. The week I bought my boat, same thing. It was hot out. I went to Michigan, had to unload it there. I had to sit for 2 days, load by reload. Actually, that reload went to Reno, believe it or not. And I took it with this sucker. Weighed in like 100,000 pounds gross with that too. A 3-axle. Barely made it because I'm a light truck. But yeah, I tend to hotel it. So yeah, my long story short, if you're trying to get into trucking with a truck, you want at least a small sleeper. If you're going to do like local stuff, the little sleeper ain't going to bug you. How long have I been into trucking? Going on 23 years. Let's see here. Hit the horn. There you go, happy. Convoy was an R, but it was an R Western. The kind you think they're the same truck at a glance, but if you ever worked on them, you wouldn't believe how much is different. Oh, I'm sure. I just don't know them. I never owned one. I never worked on one. I never drove one. Excuse me. I drove a CH model Mack day cab. That was an absolute pile of garbage. But I did drive that for a little while for my little stint when I was with Transwood's version of Bulk Carriers. Actually was a division of Transwood. I don't even think they're around anymore. When are you going to work on the Pete 352? Hopefully soon. The owner of that truck, I have to get a hold of him. Our target date to start working on it is basically right about now, early February, late January-ish. I have to order frame rails for that thing, and that truck's going to grow a little longer, but not excessive. We want enough to put bigger fuel tanks on it and still have room between the wheels and the fuel tanks for a Peterbilt step box. But that should be fairly soon, hopefully. Because I can't start on my project truck if that one's still there. And I do want to at least get my project truck. There's a guy running OTR flatbed out of New Jersey. He has a Scania V8 730 cab over. I've never seen that one, at least not that I know of. I don't mean, I just haven't seen it. Have you ever been to Texas with Orwell? No, I have not had Orwell to Texas yet. Or have I? I had her to Louisiana. No, didn't go to Texas with her. Hit the horn. I already did. There you go. Scania 140. That V8 is lovely. Do you use the Skyway through Chicago or go around because of traffic? I usually go 294. Skyway's nice, but that puts you in downtown. So downtown may not be the easiest. Tim Freeman, hello, cue ball. Yeah, that's my CB handle, cue ball. I'm looking at going into trucking after school, but don't know if I should get my CDL from school or from a company. What's best advice? School. If you get it through a company, you're an indentured slave through that company. In other words, let's say the school would cost you, I don't know, $3-4 grand, $5, whatever the number is. Let's say $3 grand. If I had a notification there. if the school would charge you $3,000, or if you go to the trucking company and they put up the money and you don't work for them for that period of time, because they now know you owe them. So they'll do things to you that they wouldn't do to anybody else. Like they'll send you on a crappy load. So basically starve you to death. And if you quit, you're going to wind up owing them the cost of the school plus whatever else. Watch your contracts, man. If you can go get a CDL, try to get it by yourself, not through a company. If you're going to go through a company, I guess you could survive that, but expect them to treat you like absolute crap when you're done. And initially, until you figure out a good way to make a living in the trucking industry, the saying I always use is get ready to learn how to starve to death and not die. What's your opinion? What's your opinion trucking in an 86 Peak 359 today? Oh, I would all day, every day, no doubt. I came this close to buying a 359. I don't remember the year. It was white and black. It was in upstate New York around Albany, and I determined that he had bad liners or bad O-rings because he had water in his oil. You couldn't find them until you ran it a little bit and you had water coming out the blow-by tube. Just like Orwell did before I rebuilt it. It was a reasonably priced truck. Somebody before him had watched too much Chrome Shop Mafia and just started doing too much garbage to it, including putting a camper Lumadome in the sleeper and totally butchered it up. But it was a reasonably priced truck. 359, hell, for my plans, if I had a 359, I would want an extended hood. Let's just say because the engine I would put in there would be quite large. What kind of trailer do you prefer to pull? The kind that makes money. I pulled vans with Landstar, made no money. I pulled reefers with Landstar, I made better money. Lost the engine in that truck and got rid of it and went to a company job for a little while when I worked for Krill Camp, pulled reefers. I saw on Discovery Channel the average trucker waits 40 hours a week. Working for Krill Camp, I believe that. 40 hours a week waiting, doing nothing. Oh, easy. Reefers, yeah. Grocery warehouses, burn them all down as far as I'm concerned. They're horrible, disgusting, just soul-crushing places to work. No. I know I eat at grocery stores or buy food at grocery stores. That's for somebody else. That's not for me. I'm not too much into the whole slave labor and lumper thing. I'm just not into it. So flatbeds, the double drops I'm doing, that's taking care of me. Man, I love it when I show up. They're happy I'm there. Most ports, I'm in and out. I mean, you deal with longshoremen. You know, these are diehard union guys, and they're usually pretty decent to deal with. Sometimes you get them that they're on the rag a little bit, but I don't have too much trouble getting loaded or unloaded. Very rare do I ever have a problem. Then again, I also have that attitude that works well with most longshoremen. What can I say? How much power do your truck have? I don't know. Factory, it's 400. I believe that number. Hello from Louisville, Kentucky. Cabovers are my favorites. Can't wait to get my Freightliner on the road. You have been my inspiration to keep working on it. Dude, keep working on it, man. That's it. Do what you can. Save your money and put your truck together little by little. You know, take care of the little things just to keep the momentum going so you feel good about it. And, you know, tackle the big stuff if you can. Figure it out. It's just grind it out, figure it out. Hi, Steve. I live in Holland, Ohio, just outside Columbus. Drive safe. Rain, snow mix here. Yeah, I've been keeping an eyeball on that. It is what it is. Weather. It's winter. A Peterbilt 372 rare. Oh, is a Peterbilt 372 rare? Must be. I never heard of one. I'd have to look that up. Yo, FFC, love the cab over. Great vids. Thank you. Would you ever pull an RGN doing really heavy haul? What do you consider really heavy haul? The heaviest one I've done with this truck was with a 3-axle trailer. And it was think the load was 57,000 pounds. With the trailer truck, I was just under, was right around 100,000 gross. I took that to Reno. We went over Silver Zone Pass on 80 with that load. And I went over Silver Zone Pass with this truck at a whopping 21 miles an hour. But we made it. And I got paid on that one. That was a good paying load, too. I was grateful to do that. Do you plan to paint Orwell? At first, I want to get buff the hell out of Orwell. But if I do paint it, I'm going to maintain its same paint scheme. I want its pedigree to shine through, that it is an old Keene truck. We're not embarrassed of that at all. In fact, this truck comes from heavy haul lines. In fact, Keene put a bridge in this truck, a frame bridge, which is an insert between the front and rear drive axle. I've heard they do tend to break there. So from factory, Keene put a bridge in there from the factory, like a double frame welded in section. So yeah, this truck's always been a heavy haul, always been a flatbed truck. Have you ever heard the CB Handle Ridge Runner? Yeah, probably. It's 23 years. I'm sure I've heard of somebody like that. Why U.S. no Scania? Obviously somebody from Europe or somewhere other than the States. Why does the United States not have no Scanias? Actually, they do. Just very rare. There was a company out of New Jersey, I think, that used to haul trash with walk-in floor trailers out of New York, out towards Pennsylvania, Ohio. And that's all they had was Scanias. I've seen them. I know what they look like, but no, and those are older ones too. I do believe there's still Scanias sold in the country, but they're very rare. I could ask where you're from if you don't mind telling me where you're from. I'll ask the question. The same reason why there's probably no Peterbilts where you're at too. Just some trucks are more common in certain areas due to the types of trucks that they sell. Example, Kenworth still makes cab overs, but you got to be in Australia to buy one. Ever get to Minnesota with Orwell? Yeah, from time to time. Put a 12V72 in a 359. That should be a 12V71 in a 359. If I can only find the right 359. I would do that. But if you're going to stick a 12V71, you got to get the big hood. And most 359s are short hoods. They might fit, but if you had a cab over with a 12V71, that'd kind of be a waste, right? Because you want to show off the engine, right? And you can't really see it in a cab over, and who wants to crank the cab up? So, I don't know. That's a thought. But yeah, 12V71, that's a very good possibility. I would need to find one that came out of a truck, not a generator, or be able to modify one out of a generator to fit in a truck. And then you got the whole transmission set up, the whole bit. It's a pain, believe me. It could be done. Right amount of money spent, time spent, it could be done. I would love to do it. The reason why I thought of that is there's a YouTube video. You guys can find it. I'd love to buy this truck if I could, but I don't doubt I have that kind of money. It's a Brockway. And what this Brockway, it sat around in Kearney, New Jersey for like forever. It has a 12V71 in it, and it's got 4 exhaust pipes coming out the back. In the video, it says that they put 4 exhaust pipes with mufflers to try to quiet it down, bringing the steel for the World Trade Center, the Twin Towers, bringing it through Manhattan. Now, if you can imagine a buzzing dozen, a big old 12V71 Detroit, 2-stroke diesel, rolling through the streets of Manhattan, heavy hauling with steel on it. That couldn't have been quiet. Oh, I would have loved to see that. I wasn't even born back then. But anyway, somebody has that Brockway. I guess they're going to restore it, put it in a museum or something. I really don't know what they're going to do with it. But if you look up, you can find it. It's a brown, ugly Brockway, but it's so ugly, it's cool. Oh man, if I could just put money on that truck and buy it, I would. I'd work it too. Oh, and it is a 4-axle. It is a 4-axle, so it's already set for that. So that's got me thinking. It's got me thinking. But yeah, Brockway with a 12V71 Detroit. You can find that video. Obviously, it ain't mine, but I'd love to see that one. I'd love to see that truck just to see it. Joshua Houston. Hey, Q Ball. What up, bro? Hey, you spelled it right. Ever think of getting something with a 2-stroke Detroit? Yes. If nothing else, just for the noise. Would you be interested in building a semi-engine for someone else? Possibly. Shoot me an email. Let me know what you're thinking. Obviously, anything I do would be video, but I don't work for free. There's no warranty with me either. Caterpillar or whoever builds your engine, probably the better way to go, to be honest with you. I ain't trying to rob nobody, but I would think about it. I grandfathered into the CDL, although when the actual CDL did, I came out and took that book test at the Teamsters Union Hall. It was no big deal. Dude, if you've been driving any length of time, you can just wipe your ass with that book. Easy. Yeah, okay. Evan McGuire. Or Ewan McGuire. No, sorry. Ewan McAlpine. McAlpine. Yeah, my door seal. Got it. It's not like I'm too broke to buy it there, bro. I don't need you guys crowdfunding to send me money for a door seal. It's really easy. Just haven't gotten around to it, that's all. Just like that wheel. If anything, I'll leave it there just so the haters can keep hating, you know? Do it Whistling Diesel style. I don't like to be that way, though. But I can. I think it's funny. You go through all the craziness to put a truck together, and everybody's just going to look at it and take it apart. Any plan on stretching Orwell? Plans? No. No plans on that. Quit spamming. Okay. Quit watching. Oh, probably this guy here. He's just FFF. Whatever. It's 27 minutes long. I'm probably going to bounce out of here soon anyway. Alright. Are you going to come visit Mass, Vermont, or New Hampshire? Yeah, if loads go up there. I've been up there with this truck already, just not recently. Old Scania's that V12 though. Oh man, I don't know if I can get parts for a Scania. I don't know, is that a thing? Maybe I need to take my cameras, go overseas and film them guys out there, how they do it. That'd be cool. By heavy haul, I meant like grossing 120K almost every load, or is that too much for Orwell? I don't think it's too much for Orwell. I think the problem is Orwell can't carry that kind of load. It would have to be with a trailer that can carry it, because I only have a 3-axle tractor, 12,000 pound front axle, and 20,000 pound rear axle. So you really can't go much more than that, right? The company I'm with, we don't have trailers to do anything that size. Would I consider it? Yeah, I mean, the idea is it has to be able to start and stop and be able to stop and control the load. As long as Orwell wasn't carrying that kind of weight, I guess it'd be okay. But most places, they go with a 4-axle tractor, 3-axle trailer for that kind of weight, if I'm not mistaken. So some of the real heavy stuff that we do, very rarely, but we do some of it, we have to have a 4-axle tractor, and Orwell cannot do that. It just doesn't have enough axles legally. Scania has offices in Texas. Well, there we go. Buzzin' doesn't. Yeah, we're thinking about it. What's your dream rig? 359 extended hood. I've always wanted one of those. A model Kenworths. Those are badass. Big, long, slightly sloped up hoods. The best thing about Orwell is its originality. I agree there, and that's why I'm basically going to keep it, for the most part, original looking. Do they not make pneumatic cab over jacks? I'm sure they do. A Kenworth almost had one, but I never put one on here. I'll get to it. Brockways are great trucks. I'm not saying they weren't a bad truck. I'm sure they are. That particular truck I was speaking about, just it was a butt ugly brown. God, it needed a paint job. But because it's because it was a truck that helped haul the steel for the original Twin Towers in the 70s. That truck's like historic. You just kind of have to keep it as it is. Like if I own that truck, I would just make it look good, redo it, whatever, just make it run good, and I would drive it. I would use it. But that truck's historic in my opinion because of that. Yeah, hell yeah. Hit the like button. There you go. Appreciate that. I saw that, brother. It's an awesome, good truck. I thought so. What's your take on using military equipment to heavy haul? Well, if the truck works, it works. Truck's a truck. Kenworth W900 or Peterbilt 389? Oh, W9. 389s are nice. I'm not the biggest fan of them. I like the 379 better. But the W9 is a great truck. Although I think what they're selling today, brand new, they're still calling W9 maybe. Maybe, I don't know. It's, no. The brand new stuff, no. Scania's biggest engine is on 770 horsepower. Yeah, that ain't no joke. You like the Pete 359s? Question. Yes, I do. It's one of my favorites. Have Matthew turn on super chats for you. I guess I could. I don't know. I feel like I'm begging. Check this out. Mick Gardner's Seattle Star. I'll have to remember that somehow. It's a Brockway and the dog was a husky. Yeah, I knew that. And then there's one, it's like a special one. It had like two of them. They called them double dogs. It had the two huskies up on the hood. Don't do it Wesley Diesel style. He shot himself with a 50. Yes, he did. Oh man, that was just dumb. That was just dumb. There's a reason why if you were to buy armor plating, like in a armor vest, that they put anti-spalling to keep the ricochet from hitting you in the face when it hits your chest and blows all over the place. But he shot steel at 4 feet. So yeah, that was not one of his better moves. But man, somebody from one of these big corporate people ought to contact him for torture testing of some of these trucks. Him and Street Speed now. Good God. Man, their equipment, they own it. They do what they want with it. It gets them money, gets them paid. Would you put a 20,000-pound axle on Orwell? Not this one. I keep it pretty much original. The next one maybe, because it's going to be special if I build it the way I want to. But we'll see. Thanks for putting up a bad clutch fan video. Really enjoyed it. Looking forward to the other repair videos. Oh, bad like good then. Okay. Yeah, tomorrow is going to be the clutch cable start to finish. I own a 70 FLC Freightliner trying to get her roadworthy. A buddy of mine has vids of it. Check out Highway Hunter Ray. Alright, we'll have to check that out. Ameriquip Crane Rental down in Bensalem, Pennsylvania had a Brockway with a 12 V71 in it they used for heavy haul back in the day. That might be the same truck I'm talking about. I like the new Mack Anthem. I got no use for new trucks. It might be cool, it might be nice. How hard was the engine rebuild for Orwell? Not hard, just you had to be careful. There's just enough little parts that can get you, little O-rings and stuff, but not hard. Hard to pay for, but not hard. And no electronic logs for Orwell. No. What ECM are you going to hook it to? There's a logbook right there. What datum? Oh, Ray Wilson. Hey, what's up? Where in the world are you? What day of the month is it when you're doing this? Today's Monday. This is live. So right now I'm Monday. I'm in Delaware. Have you ever seen the Oshkosh cab over they made? Was huge. Maybe. thinking of what like the used to be Stuart Stevenson's, like the little National Guard trucks, and there's this big ass het truck, cab over. I can't think of one. We move a lot of stuff for MB. Those kind of are like cab overs, but those are specialty trucks for cleaning snow off airports and stuff. All right, boys and girls, it's 35 minutes. I got to get going. So I'll be cutting this off here shortly. Would you be going back to New York City or... Holy smokes. I lost that. Where'd it go? Or upstate New York. Preferably not, but, you know, loads go where they go. No, I'm not ready to release the info on the build because I don't want to talk about it, because I don't have either the truck or the engine or a single part. It's built in my head. That's all it is. So I don't want to start talking about that until like later, like once I actually start buying stuff. All right, guys, I'm gonna pop off of here and then get going. So let's see here. What else I gotta do? No, that's it. I already scribbled in my book. I scribble in my book now, 30 minutes down. Let me see, Orwell has his sound. Oh yeah. All right, guys, keep an eye out tomorrow morning. The video will be live. That'll be not live. The video will be coming out tomorrow, like 4, 5, 6-ish. I forget what time. That's the clutch cable job. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye. Later, guys.